Good morning students, welcome to the lecture 9 of chapter 4. So in lecture 7 and lecture 8 we have discussed how we can convert or how we can draw the graph for a linear equation in two variable and as well as for a linear equation in one variable. Okay, so let us take an example of it. Suppose there is a linear equation in two variable x plus y is equal to 2. Okay, and our target is to draw the graph for this linear equation in two variable. Okay, in order to doing this, you have to first find out two or three or more than three number of solution of it. Okay, so these are the solutions of this equation. The solutions are 0, 2, then 1, 1, 2, 0 and 3 minus 1. After finding out 3 to 4 solutions or 3 to 4 numbers, you have to represent this solution on a Cartesian coordinate plane. Okay, then you need to join all these points so that you will get a straight line. Now this straight line represents the equation x plus y is equal to 2, isn't it? So this straight line represents the equation x plus y is equal to 2. Okay, we have studied it, and there also we studied two more concepts. What are the concepts? The first concept was that if a point or if any point lies on this straight line, then this point must satisfy the equation. Okay, first write down the notes or first write down this concept. If any point lies on the straight line, then this point, okay, then it will satisfy the original equation. It means, see, on this straight line 1, 1 is a point. Okay, then according to the concept, this point should satisfy the equation x plus y is equal to 2. It means this point will be the solution for this equation. Okay, that means if you put x is equal to 1 and y is equal to 1 in the original equation, then you get LHS is equal to RHS. Let's prove it. Okay, we have to prove what? We have to prove whether 1, 1 is a solution of the equation x plus y is equal to 2 or not. Okay, so the point is 1, 1. So in the original equation, the LHS part is x plus y. So simply substitute the value of x and y here. So you get 1 plus 1, that is 2. And you have the RHS also 2. Hence you get LHS is equal to RHS. That means 1, 1 is the real solution of the original equation. Or you can say 1, 1 satisfy the equation. Now it is proved that every point on this line will satisfy the equation. Okay. And the second point was, if a point does not lie on this line or on this straight line, suppose there is a point, you can say this point 1, 2. Okay, this point does not lie on this line, then it will not satisfy the equation, or it will not be the solution of the equation. Or if you put x is equal to 1 and y is equal to 2 in the original equation, then you get LHS not equal to RHS. Let's prove it again. So the point here 1, 2. Okay, so simply you have to substitute the value of x and y here. So x is 1, y is 2, you get 3, but RHS is 2. Hence you get LHS not equal to RHS. It means 1, 2 is not a solution, or it doesn't satisfy the original equation. Understood? So every point lies on the straight line satisfy the equation, and the point which does not lie on the straight line does not satisfy the equation. Understood? So these are the two basic concepts that we have already discussed in previous lectures. Now, suppose, can you say, throw a point, how many straight lines can we draw? Throw a point, how many straight lines can we draw? Okay, see, throw a point, how many straight lines can we draw? This is a straight line which passes through this point. This is a straight line which also passes through this point. This is a straight line which also passes through this point, and this will be also a straight line which will passes through this point. You can draw another line which also passes through this point. Suppose the name of the point is O. Then this will be also a point line which will passes through this point. That means through a given point, through a particular point, you can draw infinite number of straight lines. Okay, so write it. Through a given point, note, through a given point, how many straight lines you can draw? We can draw infinite number of straight line. Understood? Okay. See here. Suppose 1 is a point. Okay. And this point lies on the line x plus y is equal to 2. Suppose the name of this line is L. Suppose. Okay. And as we know, through this point you can draw infinite number of lines. Understood? So let's draw some lines through this point. We can draw a line like this, isn't it? Suppose name of this line is L1. You can also draw a line like this. Suppose name of this line is L2. Okay. You also can draw a line like this. Okay. Suppose the name of this line is L. So through a given or a particular point, 1 you can draw infinite number of lines. But in note 1, we studied that if a point lies on a straight line, then it will satisfy the equation. Here the point 1 lies on the line L, and the equation of L is x plus y is equal to 2, already given in the question. That means this point will satisfy the equation. Similarly, this point also lies on the line L1. Okay. So you can write 1 point lies on L1. Since it lies on L1 point or L1 line, that means this point must satisfy the equation for L1 line. Again I am saying, since the 1 point lies on the line L, so it will satisfy the equation. Similarly, this point also lies on this line. That means this point must satisfy the equation of this line. Again, this point also lies on this straight line. That means this point must satisfy the equation of this straight line. Again, this point also lies on this straight line. That means this point must satisfy the equation of this line. Understood? Similarly, you can write 1 lies on L2 line. Okay, 1 lies on L3 line. Okay, since the point 1 lies on L1 line, L2 line, L3 line, that means this point must satisfy the equation of this line. Okay, according to the concept. So you can write 1 must satisfy the equation of line L1. Okay. Similarly, this point 1 must satisfy the equation of line L2. This point must satisfy the equation of this line L2. Similarly, that point 1 must satisfy the equation of line L3. Okay, what does the meaning of satisfy? Satisfy means this point must be the solution of this equation. This point must be the solution of this line. This point must be the solution of this line L3. But we do not have the equation of L1, L2, L3. We do not know the equation of L1, L2 and L3. Now we have to find those equations. So today's topic based on equation of a line passing through a given point. Okay. So today we are going to find the equation of a line like L1, L2 and L3 passing through a given point 1, 1. Okay, so let's find their solutions. Let us find the equation for the line L1. Okay, so here we are going to find the equation of the line L1. Right, since L1 is a straight line and we know a straight line always represents a linear equation in two variables. So since L1 is a straight line, that means it must represent a linear equation in two variables. And we know a linear equation in two variables is always represented in which format? In x plus by plus c is equal to 0, or you can say x plus by is equal to c. Okay, you can write any general form for the linear equation in two variables. Okay, suppose I choose this linear equation. Now this is the linear equation of the line L1. Okay, now we get the linear equation, but though in this linear equation we have two unknown variables x and y, but we do not know the value of a, b and c. Understood? Though we have these two unknown variables, but we do not know the value of the constant a, b and c. So now our target is to find the value of a, b and c. How can we find it? Okay, so in order to find the value of first two terms a and b, then you can choose any value. In the place of a, you can put any value. In the place of b, you can put any value. Suppose someone put a to be 1, right, and b to be 2. Now the equation will be how much? Now the equation will be 1 into x plus 2 into y is equal to c. That is x plus 2y is equal to c. Okay, so here we get, after putting a to be 1 and b to be 2, x plus y 2y is equal to c. Now this equation is a linear equation two variable for the line L1. But in this equation also we do not have the value of c. Though we find the value of a and b, but we do not know the value of c. Now we are going to find that value c. How can we find this value? Okay, so as we know, the point 1, 1 lies on the line L1. Okay, so 1, 1 lies on L1. Since it lies on L1, that means it must satisfy the equation. Which equation? This equation. X plus 2y is equal to c. That means if you put x to be 1 and y to be 2 in this equation, then you should have get LHS to be RHS. Okay, right? So already given that 1, 1 is a solution. Now we have to find the value of c. Since it is a solution, okay, since it is a solution of this equation, that means if you put x to be 1 and y to be 1 in this equation, then LHS and RHS must be equal. So just put the value 1 and 1 in this equation. So you get plus 2 into 1 is equal to c. Right? So 1 plus 3 is equal to c. So you get c is equal to 4. Understood? Finally find the value of c. Now you can substitute this value in the original equation. The original equation will become now x plus 2y is equal to 4. Now this is the original equation for the line L1. Understood? How can you find it? First you have to write the general equation like x plus by is equal to c. Now in the place of a and b, you can put any value. Here I choose a to be 1, b to be 2. You can choose a to be 5, b to be minus 3. Then also no problem. You can substitute those values in the original equation. Okay. If you put a to be 5 and b to be minus 3, then the equation will be how much? 5x, b to be minus 3, so it will be minus 3y is equal to c. Right? This will be the equation. Now here also you have to find the value of c. Okay. As we know, 1, 1 lies on the line L1. That means it must satisfy the equation. So if you substitute this value in the original equation is 5x minus 3 is equal to c, then you get LHS is equal to RHS. So let's substitute them. So 5 into 1 minus 3 into 1 is equal to C. So 5 minus 3 is equal to C. So you get C is equal to 2. Right? Now substitute this value in the original equation. The original equation will be 5x minus 3y is equal to 2. Hence we find the equation for the line L1. Right? Now the equation for line L1 is 5x minus 3y is equal to 2. Okay? So in this way we can find the equation. Now we will find the equation for the line L2. Right? So the line L2 is also a straight line. Since it is a straight line, then it must represent a linear equation in two variables. Okay, suppose the line L2 represent a linear equation like ax plus by is equal to c. Okay, though we have two unknown variables, but we do not know the value of a, b and c. So now we are going to find the value of a, b, c. As I have told you, you can put any value for a and b. Suppose someone put a to be minus 1 and b to be 2. No problem, you can put any value for a and b, but not for c. Okay, so the equation will be minus 1 into x plus 2 into y is equal to c. So minus x plus 2y is equal to c. Right? Now the equation becomes minus x plus 2y is equal to c. So we have to find this remaining value of c. So for this, look at this. Since the point 1, 1 lies on the line L2. Okay. So the point 1, 1 lies on L2. Okay. That means this point should satisfy the equation for L2. Okay. What is the original equation? The original equation is minus x plus 2y is equal to c. Since 1, 1 is the real solution, already given that it is the real solution of this equation, that means it must satisfy the equation. That means if you put x1, y1, then LHS is equal to RHS. Okay, so put x to be 1 and y to be 1 in the original equation. You get minus 1 plus 2 is equal to c, that is 1 is equal to c, c is equal to 1. So here we get c to be 1. Now substitute this value, okay, in the original equation. Now the equation will be minus x plus 2y is equal to 1. Okay. Now this is the linear equation for the line L2. So write that minus x plus 2y is equal to 1 is the linear equation, two variables for the line L2. Similarly, you can also find the linear equation for the line L3. Okay, how? Since the line L3 is also a straight line, so it must represent a linear equation in two variables, x plus by is equal to c. Okay, here also we have to find the value for a, b and c. But you can take any value for a and b. Okay, suppose you can take a to be 3, b to be minus 5 or minus 7. Okay, you have already taken minus 5, that is why I am taking the different value. Okay, do not take the same value. Do not take the same value. Since here you take a to be 5, b to be minus 3, then you shouldn't take a to be 5 and b to be minus 3 for another equation. No. Okay, you should take different value. So the equation will be, after putting a is 3 and b is minus 7, it will be 3x plus minus 7 into y is equal to c, that is 3x minus 7y is equal to c. Now this is the equation for the line L3. We do not know the value for c. Since the line L3 lies on this point, or this point should lie on this line L3. It means it must satisfy the equation 3x minus 7y is equal to c. So if you put x to be 1 and y to be 1 in this equation, then you should get LHS to be RHS. So substitute x to be 1 and y to be 1 in the equation. So the equation now becomes minus 4. You get c to be minus 4. Right? Now you can put this value in the original equation. So the equation is 3x minus 7y is equal to minus 4. Now this is the linear equation for the line L3. Now you can write L3 as 3x minus 7y is equal to minus 4. So in this way you can find any equation for any line passing through a given point. Okay, let us do a problem regarding finding the equation of a line passing through a given point. Right. So here in question number 1 you have to find the equation of 3 lines passing through the point 3, 2. Okay. It means if there is a point 3, 2 on a plane, then through this point you have 3 lines. Okay, through this point you have 3 lines. Suppose the name of the line is L1, L2 and L3. Okay, so now you have to find the equation for the line L1, the equation for the line L2 and the equation for the line L3. Okay, by following the same procedure that we have discussed. Okay, so let's find the equation for the following lines. Let's find the equation of L1. Now, the line L1 is a straight line. Since it is a straight line, that means it must represent a linear equation. Okay, so it will represent a linear equation like ax plus by is equal to c. Okay, and I have told you there are 3 unknown terms a, b and c. So out of 3 terms you can take any value for a and b. Suppose I put a is 1 and b is minus 2. So the equation becomes 1 into x plus minus 2 into y is equal to c. So x minus 2y is equal to c. Right? So this will be the equation. And in this equation there is also a unknown terms, that is c. You have to find out that value. Since this line or this equation or L1 line passes through the point 3, 2. Okay, so write it. 3, 2 lies on L1. Since it lies on L1, then according to the concept, this point should satisfy the equation L1. Okay, that means what? 3, 2 must satisfy the equation. Which equation? The equation x minus 2y is equal to c. It means if you put x to be 3 and y to be 2 in the original equation, then you should get LHS to be RHS. So simply substitute those values in the equation. Now the equation becomes 3, okay, minus 2 into y is 2 is equal to c. So 3 minus 4 is equal to c. So minus 1 is equal to c. So c is equal to minus 1. Now here you get the value for c. Now simply substitute this value in the original equation. Now the equation will become what? X minus 2y is equal to c is minus 1. Now this is the equation for the line L1. So you can write L1 as x minus 2y is equal to minus 1. Okay. So in this way, now we are going to find the equation for the line L2. Since L2 is also a straight line, so it will represent a linear equation 2 variable. Okay. Suppose that linear equation will be x plus by is equal to c. Right? You can take any value for a and b. Suppose someone put a to be minus 2 and b to be plus 2. Then the equation becomes minus 2x plus 2y is equal to c. Now we have to find the value for c. Since the point 3, 2 lies on L3, L2. This point lies on the line L2. It means it must satisfy the equation minus 2x plus 2y is equal to c. It means it must satisfy the equation. What is the equation? Minus 2x plus 2y is equal to c. So simply put x to be 3 and y to be 2 in the original equation, then you should get LHS to be RHS. So let's substitute them. Okay, so minus 2 into x is 3 plus 2 into y is 2 is equal to c. So minus 6 plus 4 is equal to c. So minus 2 is equal to C. So you get C to be minus 2. Okay, so you get the value for C. Now substitute this value in the original equation. Now the equation will become minus 2x plus 2y is equal to minus 2. Okay, so this is the equation for the line L2. Right? Now L2 will become minus 2x plus 2y is equal to minus 2. Okay. Similarly, you can find the equation of the line L3. So let's find it. Since L3 is also a straight line, then it must represent a linear equation in two variables. Okay, suppose the linear equation in two variables will be x plus by is equal to c. Now choose any value for a and b. I choose a to be 3, b to be 1. Take different value. Do not take same value for L1, L2, L3. No, take different value. So a to be 3, b to be 1. So the equation will become 3x plus 1 into y is equal to c. Okay. Now this point 3, 2 lies on the line L3. So it must satisfy the equation. So it must satisfy the equation 3x plus y is equal to c. So simply substitute these two values in the equation. So their LHS will be RHS. So put 3 into x to be 3 plus y means 2 is equal to c. 9 plus 2 is equal to c. 11 is equal to c. So c is equal to 11. Now substitute this value in the original equation. The equation will become 3x plus y is equal to 11. And this is the equation for the line L3. So L3 equation is 3x plus y is equal to 11. So in this way, not only you can find 3 lines, but also you can find the equation of many lines passing through a given point. Understood?